Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of our weekly assault. I am Tank Sores, and we got Bangod. How's it going, Bangod?
It's going good. Skype lost my background picture.
You'll recover it here shortly.
I mean, this messaging program lost my background picture.
This insert name here messaging
Yeah.
program.
How's it going?
It's pretty good, pretty good. Looking forward to the holidays here. You know, get some good food and some nice break time. So hopefully no
Yeah.
snow, right?
Well, where I'm at, they're saying possibly an inch tonight, but it's not supposed to stick around tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't see anything else in the 10-day forecast.
Well, either way,
So,
we're definitely well overdue for our share of snow here. It's a little
yeah.
unseasonably.
Well, 2 days ago it hit in 65, and then 35 degrees colder the next morning. That was not fun.
Yeah, definitely. The joys of Chicago, huh?
Because when it's 65 one day and 30 the next, the 30 feels like -10.
Oh yeah, it
If
gets
you're
like
30 couple
amplified.
days in a row, you start getting used to it.
Oh, definitely. So hopefully no
Yeah.
more snow. But what's in store here for our players this week?
Oh, geez. As the closer we get to having time off, the busier the days get. This past week, a couple good bug fixes. Some of you noticed that crushing damage wasn't working, so landing your tank on top of another tank. For those of you that like doing that, thanks for reporting that. We figured it out pretty quickly and got that fixed earlier this week. We had the problem with the contracts where the amount of gold to buy it out once you earn the first few stages was showing 0 gold, but was charging you. That got fixed, so it's displaying the proper amount now. There's still some oddness if you already own the tank and you sign the contract and you complete the contract or you buy out the contract, where you're not getting properly awarded. If that happens to you, please contact customer service. They'll take care of you right away. We have a fix in QA right now. We're trying to get verified. That'll go out Tuesday. That only affects players that, I believe, buy out the contract and already own the tank and have it in their garage.
Okay.
We released yesterday overall performance fix. I think in the stream last time, someone was like, "Hey, what are you doing about performance since the new release?" And we're like, "I haven't had any reports." So graphics engineering looked into it and found a bug with basically instancing of objects, which is using the same object over and over and over again. Should have low overhead. It wasn't. That got fixed really quick, and that went out yesterday afternoon. So you guys should be seeing a performance increase on the platforms that was affecting. Glad we should get that out there. Last week we talked about the damage reduction. Some players were seeing. We said we knew what it was, and we were deciding what to do about it. So address that on Tuesday, but I wanted to explain what it was and what was behind it. It wasn't RNG going bad. RNG was working perfectly fine. We've been talking with a lot of you for quite a while about how to make it easier for new players to learn the game and stay in the game. And we have a big initiative to do that, to retain users. And you guys have suggested more training missions, all in the works. Being able to play the training mission over and over again, that's in the works too. That's hopefully in the next release, actually. And looking, with the analyst at the data, the percent chance for new players to not play another battle. We found, a correlation between survivability, so how long they're alive in the match, and how many shots they fired. So the shorter the match time for them, and the less they were able to fire, the more likely they were to churn out. Like even as far as their first battle after training. So we decided to do an experiment to allow those players to last a little longer, travel farther, and therefore being able to shoot more. So we did a reduction on damage for them, and we're talking brand new players. This is players in their first 10 battles. When you guys noticed it and started reporting it, I was pretty surprised. It turns out the damage that was being reduced was greater than I expected. And then two, we didn't really have a good grasp of how many veteran players were playing, down in post-war, in Era One, and we just could we have data mined that before. We didn't think about it, didn't think it was going to be all that noticeable. It turned out it was. So apologies for the confusion around that, but there's the reason why I didn't explain this on Friday, is we needed to do a blind test. We needed to see the results of what would happen, if if new players survive longer, would they play more battles in their first day and their subsequent days? And saying that we were doing that test could cause, differences in how people are playing PvP, attacking newbies, avoiding newbies, creating dummy accounts to try it out for themselves, and it would pollute the data. So we really wanted pure data. So we were like, we'll go for 1 week. And once we noticed that you guys were noticing, said, yes, we know what it is. We'll discuss and address it on Tuesday. So we reduced that damage reduction down very significantly. It's less than 1/3 of what it was before. And again, it's for players that are brand new in their first 10 battles, whether they're in PvP or PvP, PvE or PvP or co-op versus multiplayer, to help them live a little bit longer. Because we saw great results in the first week of players more likely to play their second battle, third battle, and even retain all the way through 7 days. So we want to keep giving them a little bit of a helping hand, but we don't want to be unfair for you guys. That's what we did. I want to give a shout out. I have to find the name here really quick. Hold on.
Is it our neighborhood friendly engineer?
No, it was a player, and I want to recognize the player. If I have the right, sorry, I should have been. I was running around doing a bunch of things.
No worries, no worries.
There it is. Also, when you it's terrible searching in any messaging system for something that burnt. Okay. So I want to give a shout out to Bumpy Stump, or Bump My Stump. Sorry. Who did some experimentation to narrow things down on why they'd occasionally see damage reduction on certain tanks. Figured out, or someone else figured out, hey, that person was a new player. They only have a couple battles. He created a new account and he tried it out. This is what we wanted to prevent from happening. He made a video and put it on his YouTube channel. And he did indeed figure out that it was we were reducing the damage for new players. So, a shout out for you figuring it out. He figured it out on Monday, and posted the video on Tuesday, and we'd already made the change on Tuesday. There was a few good discussions there about it as well. So we're going to continue trying to, help new players in a way we can that isn't negatively affecting, veteran players. One of the reasons we did try it in PvP is we found within the first 10 battles, two-thirds of our players they leave PvE. They make a choice to leave PvE and go right to PvP. So there's actually more players, even though we train them in PvE and leave them in the PvE garage. There are two-thirds of players are backing out, or next time they launch the game, choosing to go into PvP, where you guys know they're so outmatched being in their first, even if it was their first 100 battles, they're so outmatched getting in and playing when 75% of the audience has 500 battles or more. We've talked about maybe we give their tag like a newbie tag. Someone was saying another game gives them a leaf, right? And I'm like, I don't know that it would help players or would it cause people to gang up on players. I mean, we do know there are players that newbie hunt to get challenges done, to earn more. So, trying to find better ways to protect them and help them so they have more time to learn the game before they get just completely crushed by all your skill.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like targeting our new players like that, right, with an icon or something, could potentially go both ways, right? They could.
Yeah, we have all kinds of good players that would be like, hey, buddy, I'm so-and-so, follow me. Let me help you out. I know there's tons of players who would do that. Like our mentorship program, the refer tanker, where people can link up with new players. and earn rewards for playing in platoons with them, like that's doing well. We're seeing a steady increase every month of more recruiters and recruitees in that program. So I know the majority of players are really good and want to help out people, and you want it for the health of the game. But in every game, you have players that don't feel that they should help them out. Feel like they're just cannon fodder. They're new. They have to learn like I did, right? Like, and some players can handle that. I mean, I play shooters a lot, and I jump into any game. And if there's training, I'm like, back me out, get me out. Let me jump right into, multiplayer. I spawn and die, and I spawn and I die, and I just take it and I suffer until I get the core competency I can to start doing well in the match. But I'm a glutton for punishment, and I've been playing video games for eons, right? And there's a lot of players of different ages and sexes that say, hey, a tank game, it's free, let me check it out. They play training, and they're like, hey, I did pretty good, that's great, now I'm going to play a battle, bam, and they just leave. And so that's what we're trying to help. And like I said, we're doing all those other suggestions that have come from the players in the discussions in the forums and in Discord, the extra training missions and the trying to corral them in PvP, PvE, or segregate them in matchmaking for so many battles before they play with people that have more than 100 battles. So that's all in progress. Thank you guys for putting up with our test. We learned an invaluable amount of data from doing it PvE or co-op. They still have it's heavily in their favor because they're playing against bots, so it doesn't affect anybody else. And we in the first 7 days we've seen, I think for 7-day retention we've seen almost a 50% uptake in our usual retention numbers for new players. So thanks for that. Fixes coming up this Tuesday. The consumable use flashing, yes, it was too much, got greatly reduced when it's activated. There should be the rest of that fix for buying out a contract if you already own the tank. In custom games in Cold War, it was showing that the artillery icon, the artillery are allowed. It wasn't letting any artillery in because there's none in Cold War anyways, but that was causing some confusion, so that's been removed. And then we have our British invasion season going on right now. It's been hugely popular. The first 2 premium British tanks that we released, the FV 4211, sitting at a 54% win rate. He's doing really good. The RDFLT is at 49% still. I think that's where it was last week. It is a light tank. It's not going to live all that long, but they look nice and healthy. Tuesday we released the Western Alliance British MBT line, paired with a set of Hunter Destroyer challenge. So destroy tanks driving UK tanks, or destroy the UK tanks that people are driving, and complete those challenges. It's only been, so today's Friday, so that means Tuesday, so 2 3/4 day of data that we have, but the players that are playing the MBTs are killing it. The win rates, the Challenger 2, 58.6 win rate. It's doing over 2K more damage on average than any other Cold War heavy currently. Again, it's too soon when we get this little bit of data. We need about 30 days of the data. Anybody that is already playing the Challenger 2, is certainly an expert player. To have that much XP to research and get up there that quickly. So we know they're more elite players that are all the way up to tier 10 in that line already. So that's what we're figuring is why the stats are so good right now, but that'll even out as more players make their way to the Challenger 2. The Challenger 1's at a 55.2% rate. The Chieftain MK11 is at a 50.4% win rate. The Chieftain MK5 is at a 50.9% win rate. The Conqueror MK Mark 1, 53.2%. The Centurion Mark 9, 53.6%. The Centurion Mark 5-1, 53.7%. And the Centurion Mark 2, 52.2%. So they're all doing healthy. If you're wondering if they're worthwhile checking out and earning, they definitely look like they are. Speaking of the Challenger 2, we said in the stream, that was last week, right? I'm losing all my days now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Or.
Yeah, that was last week.
Okay. We said that, or I promised that whoever was the first player to four-mark the Challenger 2, we'd give them a reward.
Yeah.
And we have a winner. Only one person has done it before, has done it so far. And we have a winner. So congratulations to Towley. I think I know the inspiration for that one. We got what do we got as a prize there, Tanksor? I saw it in the ticket. It's a holiday themed prize for you.
We have a whole nice little bundle for you. And I just closed this ticket.
Do I have it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up right now. We don't want to shortchange you here, so we can make sure we give you all your special prizes for being the very first one here. It is the T28 concept. Maybe you might not think it's special, but guess what? It also comes along with a brand new skin, which we haven't even talked about yet, have we, Pingad?
No, we're giving him something we haven't shown yet. We'll show the skin. We won't say what it is, but it comes with a brand new custom skin for that tank.
And a special commander as well.
And a special commander. We'll show you those in just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations. I also want to shout out to Dr. DJ Jesus or Dr. DJ Jesus, one of those two, who has earned the 3 mark of excellence on the Challenger 2. So he's probably the next person to hit the 4 mark. So congratulations, guys. Good work. Other things. Man, this mail is really long today. The December challenge for the Heavy Metal Hero AMX M4 MLE49. Guess how many people have earned it already? Oh, wait a minute. I sent you these emails. You're looking at it. 6,000. We should have done a wrap, like a guess the number with the players. That's an idea for next time. We can do like guess the number. 6,296 players have earned the tank already, which is quite a bit. So congrats on that.
Guess how many tanks are in the jelly bean bar or jar, right?
Yeah. How many tanks are in the jar? The Tusk Tier 10 mercenary tank contract. That went live on Tuesday. So now you have your choice between the Chisel and the Tusk. I don't have stats if anybody's earned it yet or required it. We have tank miss key cards going on right now, just like last year. We have the Naughty or Nice random drop that awards a random drop on your first one of the day. So players have already claimed a whopping 717,000 free drops, and I think that goes through the whole Christmas holiday.
A lot of drops.
Yeah. So play every day and get more stuff. The 12 days of tank miss op, which is the more days you complete, the better your reward. And then you log back on between January 4th and 31st to get the reward. So again, just play a battle. Just play a battle every day, and you can get all kinds of free stuff.
Rewarding players for playing a nice tank game. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, the many games I play don't give me anything. Where we're at here. Okay, next week and through the holiday break, because we're not going to be here next week. So December through January 4th. So December 21st through January 4th. So next Tuesday through the following Tuesday, where the holiday garage comes back. It's very tastefully subdued, just a few strings of lights. But the toy tank holiday mode goes live on Tuesday. That's always fun. We always get letters. Listen to me, letters like to Santa. Emails and posts from people that like to play with their kids every year. So glad that we're back. We're gonna have 2 brand new holiday themed 3D commanders. Are you ready for these, Tanksor?
I am, and I have the holiday garage up right now. And go ahead and fire off these names, and I'll play them.
I didn't write down the names. I mean, I know what we call them. So first up, Tactical Santa. This is this kind of Santa I'd want to come to my house.
He's up right now, and he's got some nice little presents in his backpack,
Yeah,
which I was not expecting.
that was the background I was supposed to have up. That just reminded me that it disappeared somehow.
Oh, I thought you lost it. I like how
Uh,
he has little tattoos on his arm, and was this a naughty and nice?
yes.
Yeah. And that the nice little candy cane. Yeah, have a Santa without a candy cane.
Okay, there's the background. There's tactical Santa giving it the what for to our other 3D commander.
Ooh.
Yes, we made a Krampus.
Well, let's check him out. Let's see what our Krampus looks like. I like his little. We're taking a look at his celebration right now, and he kind of shows up and starts spewing out a bunch of little tentacles out of his mouth.
Yeah, in the picture there, Santa's saying, put the kids down.
Put the kids away. Take them back.
Yeah. Make my day.
Yeah, the first time I saw this, I was like, "Oh my goodness, why are there so many little hands in the back?" And then I realized that they're the naughty kids.
Yeah, so there was a tick of those filed was that the arms and legs were like animating too fast, and so I brought up the game and looked at it, and it was more comical than creepy, so that got dialed down.
That's awesome.
So yeah, super props to the artists that made those. They've been working on them for making highly detailed models like that, especially with that much geometry, takes a long time. So they've been working on them, polishing them, and getting them just right for months. So,
Their Krampus
and all
is
for
definitely
you, all
really
for
cool.
you. So we can go back to saying Tao Li. Oh no, I haven't gotten all the way there. Let me finish.
Almost.
We also have 2 holiday themed tank skins. So we have the first one. We have the Krampus claw skin for the mouse.
We have the Krampus claw skin. It's up now, and it's got a whole bunch of what are those, like morning stars and hooks and horns, and we got everything, a little bit of everything on there. And
the other one, of course, is Santa's sleigh for the T-28 concept, which Tao Li just won.
there we have it.
And for those of you that don't already have the T-28 concept, there is a challenge called Santa Needs New Tracks, and you can earn the T-28 concept for free if you don't already have it.
Ooh.
Or for a refund if you already have it. So there's still a reason to play the challenge.
That sounds pretty good. I
Yeah.
like it.
I think this is like almost everybody's favorite string theory when we run this. The more battles you win in a row, the higher your multiplier in each battle is for your earn. We're running that not for this weekend, not for next week, but all the way through the break until January 4th. So more reasons to come in and play every day.
That's a lot of battles that I'm going to try and string together. It's always exciting when you get, a bunch of wins. You're like, I can't break my loss.
Yeah, we need a better celebration too, especially when we have so many of these challenges going on, where you can try to 2-fer and 3-fer in a battle, completing challenges. There's other games I play that do a little bit better feedback on that. We have to work on that. Oh, we have the stocking stuffer random drop. So you get you can earn even more extra goodies for being on the winning team in the toy tank event mode. So during the whole duration of that's up, you can go over there, play games with your kids, your friends, or yourself, or your wife, and earn free stuff. So put those kiddies to work while they're off school. Just put them in front of the TV with a controller in toy tank mode and say, play this till supper.
It's not the worst idea.
Hey, it's G-rated fun. It's toy tanks driving around a Christmas tree.
Right.
Um, Next. So you say, what about World War II, right?
Absolutely.
Thanks, sir. What about World War II?
I think we
Uh,
might have
there,
something.
there's a brand, I think we got a screenshot of that. Brand new World War II premium tank, the K91 2. It's a Soviet Tier 8 medium.
And here we have it.
I don't know why I said it like that, but Tier 8 medium.
It's to build suspense. I've had a couple players actually asking me about when we were going to release this guy and if we were going to release him, and well, here we have him.
So, hey, did Tali show up for the stream today?
Yeah, he's in here.
Tali, when he got the fourth mark, actually contacted Tankstar saying, "Hey, I got it. I hope I'm the first one." And Tankstar knew he was, but he had to keep his mouth quiet.
Yeah.
Say, show up today and find out. So again, congratulations, Tali. And are you saying now are you saying is that it? Don't we get more free stuff? Well, of course you do, because every holiday we give away a free holiday tank. This year it's the BT5 Tier 3 Soviet light tank. I think you got screenshots of that.
Yes, we do. Let's take a look. Here we go. Nice little BT5 for you.
I just saw a comment. That's scarier than the Halloween Commanders. Lord, that must be about Krampus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy's definitely really cool. I look forward to getting that guy.
And then I have to do my obligatory talk about sales. Just real quick, the premium tech tree discount is 40% off all tanks that are available and unlocked in the premium tank tree. It's 20. It does not apply to tier 9 or 10 or Cold War era 2 and 3. 20% off black, crimson, and cold steel tanks. 50% off camos and cosmetics, so dress up your tanks. The New Year premium sale with the best discount being, the 360 days at 50% off. We're doing a free XP conversion discount, one gold to 35. So if you've got trapped XP sitting around and you want to race up that Cold War line, get to that Centurion 2, well, it makes it a little bit easier on you. Silver, gold to silver exchange is 1 to 600. Another deal, we're going to have the Phantom of Fallon and the Vasquez female 3D commanders. I mentioned this last week, but they're going to be in a bundle called the Slay Bells, SLAY, and for 20% off. So you haven't picked them up. That's a cheaper way to do it. And then we have a full nation on track in World War II for the U.S. line, which is 25% bonus XP earn and discounts on the cost of all the World War II Tech Tree U.S. vehicles. You get 50% off on tiers 3 to tier 6 and 30% off on tiers 7 to tiers 10. Tiers, eras. I think that's it. Okay, other things that are going on. Contracts. We added a warning that appears when you're signing a contract that you already own, just so you're aware that you're doing that. The tank preview now displays correctly within the preview display. I don't even know what that means. We increased the size of the days left display because it wasn't as noticeable. That's in contracts. Oh, this is all in contracts.
Right.
The loading screen now shows the contract progress. So if you get a contract signed, your loading screen will tell you what your progress is. And I already mentioned we fixed the chisel buyout price display issue. Other things, the battle button in the garage stays visible when moving between game modes. In spectator, the most valuable player, the MVP screen, and the post-battle results scoreboard now use the same team colors as the in-game HUD. The spectator map now shows the correct player objective and spawn colors. So nice to get those things cleaned up. You can access the challenge display in the garage now by using the right trigger or left trigger, or L2, R2 on Sony controllers. This display will automatically cycle unless you press left stick down to pause the paging, but now you can access them there in your garage. I want to say again, thanks again for all the feedback on the new garage. I'm glad people are liking it. We've got a number of suggestions for even improving it. So working on that. I have my half created ticket to send over to Art up on my screen right now.
And I missed my cue to do our giveaway, Pain God. So might as well do that now. Our giveaway this week here on Twitch and on Twitter is the new World War II Premium, the K91-2. So for a chance to get your hands on that tank, go ahead and type in #holiday and you'll be entered along with your, make sure to include your gamer tag and console of choice. And we'll get that to you. I believe, when does it come out? Next week? Something soon? Tuesday, yeah. So we'll get to you. We'll get your tanks here soon. And that is that.
Some 2021 quick stats for those of you who like such things. There was just under, and we'll beat this before the end of 2021. We're just under 20 million matches, multiplayer matches played. Most played map is Mines with 1.8 million. That's a lower tier, so a lot of new players playing that. Most played class, medium tank with 140 million battles. The most popular consumable, to no surprise, is a med kit. Most popular with what med kit? This should have been the jelly bean jar.
Yeah, because
how many med kits were used in 2021?
Well, I mean, I could tell you, but
you could tell me because I sent it to you.
Right. I would have guessed it would have been the repair kit, but I mean that's just my personal favorite, I guess.
Oh man, your crew's knocked out. That's the worst.
Yeah, but I don't know. How many were used? It looks like it was 200 and oh my goodness.
Almost 205 million.
Yeah, 205 million. It's ridiculous.
I like counting the digits.
Yeah, I had my mouse covering like the hundreds, and I had to move it over. I was like, oh wait, that's millions.
The most popular emblem that people acquired, flag of Germany. So it was about 37,000. Most popular inscription, the last stand. I didn't know that. It was about 9,000. And the most popular tank skin, we introduced tank skins this year, and the most popular one throughout the whole year was the E100, which does not surprise me.
Not bad, not bad.
So, since we're not going to be here next week, I'm going to go above and beyond the leaking of things and tell you what you're going to see when the break's over on January 4th. I think we got a little video to show you. Surprise, surprise.
We might have a little sneak peek. Let's take a look.
It's a little British themed.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, let's roll it away.
So that's right. The British invasion continues with the introduction of the Brit lights and tank destroyers in the tech tree. So looking forward to that. I'd like to play like tanks. Um, Other things in January, not have to give too much away, but I've been promising you wheeled vehicles for a long time now. They are coming. Um, they're in super test this weekend, actually. And one of the, excuse me, one of the reasons they're in super test this weekend is we have a bug where they suddenly lose power and we can't figure it out. So we're like, okay, let's get this out to the super testers and see if they can replicate it and figure it out, or at least get a bunch of replays so we can watch that. Because we've been chasing that for quite a bit right now, and it's like the last little thing we need fixed to have those all finished. Um, we promised when we brought contracts back 2 weeks ago that we were going to have the machine, but there was a problem with the number of stages. I explained that all. So the bench team or the live ops team reworked the whole contract so it fits into 8 stages. So that's coming back to you mid-January. Tanks Reforged is taking a break over the holiday, but we'll be back in mid-January. Last time the hint on that was the heavy baguettes, which I'm sure players have already figured out what it's going to be.
Baguettes.
The heavy baguettes. I want a heavy baguette.
Hefty.
I like bread. We're going to attempt to do the second class-based matchmaking test, January 21st to the 24th. The biggest thing there is hopefully addressing, or the goal is to address the problem with arties and platoons that was throwing things off. Why does my screen not want to scroll?
Hefty baguettes.
My connection to my email just disappeared.
Uh-oh.
We're having server maintenance at the office before the holidays, so like everything's down. So Tankstar and I are doing everything, through home connections, and I had all my notes in an email.
We're all off the grid.
Well, luckily, just in case, I saved them all to a WordPad doc on my desktop.
Really?
Yes, I did.
I was gonna send it to you.
You're gonna send it to me in chat?
Yeah.
Where was I? Talked about machine contract, matchmaking test. Oh, the last thing is people are asking, even though we gave them 4 maps, they're like, what's next? What's next? What's the next 4 maps? So it's Nomahan for Cold War and World War II, Hidden Village for World War II, Pearl River for World War II, beautiful map, and Great Wall for World War II. I thought another one of those was Cold War II. I guess we changed our minds, balance-wise. And that is the end of my notes. So I only cut off the maps. Questions? I got a whole bunch.
Make sure you guys are entering in the giveaway, and make sure you visit Twitter as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, do you have any more giveaways we need to do right now?
Oh no,
we're pause of me talking too fast.
We still have our giveaway rolling. We could
okay.
Look at some questions here.
Okay, this is Triexon. I've been trying to get the suggestion surface for a couple of weeks now. It'd be great to have some kind of metal ribbon XP awarded for resetting a base capture timer. Example would be World Warships. Be nice to get some reward for YOLOing into the base to try and prevent a capture. Well, we have an in-game award for it called Defender. If you reduce the number of enemy capture points by 70%, it's a medal actually you'll earn. But as an in-game bonus, there is an experiment where we're doing right now about giving a little bit more rewards for capturing bases and defending capturing bases. So it's a little bit more meaningful to the players that want to play that way as opposed to dealing massive amounts of damage. So look for that possibly early next year. I think we have it all figured out. We just got to get it into super test and make sure we're all happy with it. Almighty Lou 131313. MOE on Arctic Hiss. There's none right now. Yeah, we've explained this before. The Arctic Hiss is licensed. It's Hot Wheels, and when we were going through the approval process, we always have to say our emblem's okay, our inscription's okay, our flag's okay. Are marks of excellence okay? And they came back across the board with a no on that. And we did try to explain the importance of marks of excellent in the game. They were still no because it's not their brand. So I know better now for next time we negotiate the next license to say this is a gameplay thing we need to, but we can't actually display them on there. Maybe after the first of the year. I hear Hot Wheels are going to make a return. The ones we've made already, just for a short time, a little bit of a license renewal. So maybe we get it negotiated in that. We'll see. But the reason we know they're not there because they're not allowed to be there. Unfortunately, you can still earn them, and it shows in your stats and stuff, but we just can't display them. A loaded psycho. Will the OBJ 2279E be available for free XP again? Oh, I would say within the first quarter of next year. Degeneratio 1 or degener. These numbers and letter combinations, I don't always know how to pronounce them. If you introduce World War II co-op, it can help new players and players grinding stock tanks. Absolutely, and that's on the docket to get done. One of the big challenges of World War II co-op is there's so many damn maps. Setting up all the AI nodes and nav meshes and stuff like that it's a lot of work. But it's on our list for 2022. Thank you for that though.
I have a question here from
Yeah.
Elliot. He's asking if we have any thoughts about moving the British tanks up so people can get them in the tech tree without having to go down so far the line.
Oh, move them up in the arrangement of the tech tree? Is that what they're saying? Just their placement's down low?
Right. So having them more visible,
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge as we add more and more lines with the current tech tree layout. So we got to fix that overall. But good idea. Hey, put them at the top when they're new. Maybe we can have a little suggestion ticket filed for that, lady. Thanks. Tanks.
Yeah.
It goes all against all my schooling and English lit classes and stuff. That's why I trip on Tankamus every time, because it's just my brain fights against it. Hitman, trade-in, question mark. So I assume that's asking when the next trade-in event is, and there's one coming in January for you.
I have a question from Nina Tekken Fan asking if we have any plans on discounting the Cold War premium tanks alongside with their modules.
So you're discounting Cold War premium tank pricing and then the tech tree modules? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Is that a two-part question?
Right.
Yeah, I think some of the Cold War premiums certainly have been out long enough that I think you'll start seeing discounts on those early next year. As for tech tree cost of modules, I can tell you there's a ticket discussing that I'm part of right now. There's a few of the designers with the analysts are going back and doing modeling and trying to decide what to do there. So it's definitely in consideration. Something will happen. I just don't know what it's going to be yet because I think that ticket we just got heard back from the analysts. Yes, I think it was yesterday actually. So stay tuned.
Sounds good.
Elliot 2751. Is there any news on the community skin for a tank? The answer is Modern Callout and TCAN are working on it. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Santa feedback. Gunny 1162. Tactical Santa is awesome looking. Just a cone. Santa's got ink. They tatted up my boy Santa. Feedback on Krampus Commander. Kamav. Dear Lord. Sinister. Nice. 3 exclamation points. Rogue Agent DZ1. Haha, that looks awesome. A momentary genius. I love that call sign. Krampus is awesome. British Steel 97. Some Resident Evil stuff right there. God, I hope it's not that scary. A Loaded Psycho, another great call sign. Wow, that's creepy. A Justicone, that's the person that said that's scarier than the Halloween Commander's Lord.
That's awesome. A question here from CTS V3. He's asking, when will the MBT 70 go on sale in the tech tree? Do we have any plans for that anytime soon?
We'll wait for a secret helper to give me that answer because I don't know off the top of my head.
All right. In the meantime, let's keep rolling.
Ethan Davis 66. Will more Tier 9 and Tier 10 tanks be available for purchase? We'll be having a few events in the next few weeks and months, specifically for Tier 10 that should satisfy all your Tier 10 needs. I think you'll be happy. So stay tuned.
We have a Gaming Stuka asking if there's any chance for old tiers 1, 2, 3, 4 to come back. I'm not sure specifically what he's referring to, but I'm assuming maybe premium tanks.
I think, yeah, probably talk about the retired tanks. Yeah, we just did an event around Black Friday where we brought back some of the retired tanks. I'm sure we will have opportunities to do that again. I don't have any dates off the top of my head, but if people wants tanks, we're going to give you tanks. So I'm sure Lady O will make note of that for event planning. It's probably already in there. I just don't have every week memorized. Evidently, Lee Dozer 64 wants us to buff the Armadillo. I think he's being funny. From Vishaw, why was Spectator HUD changes removed from last update as it was confirmed by Pain God on the October 15th stream? They weren't removed. We're still working on them. Some of the fixes, like I just announced, that are coming out Tuesday. So constantly being worked on. We have kind of a dart in the calendar for the next big update to have even more improvements for spectator mode. There were still a handful of bugs, especially the color stuff was ridiculous, and getting it fixed took quite a while. So yeah, those fixes are coming, and more things that were requested for spectator. They're on the way. They just take time, and they have to unfortunately shuffle between scheduled features, unexpected bugs. So things always take longer than we really wish they would. It's kind of like waiting for Christmas to come. At the beginning of the year is really far out, and then as you get closer, it seems even taking longer to get there. Like the summer break for school.
Right.
Like, oh my God, it'll never be here. And then summer comes, and you're like, hey, where'd he go?
He's gone.
It'll be like this 10 days away from work, right? It'll be like 10 days. I'm going to get all kinds of stuff done, and then realize I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, what did I do? Play video games.
Sounds like a great time. Another question here from Joe I Am Cool. He's asking, do we have any info sneak peeks on the next tanks reforged?
That's the heavy baguettes is the clue. When we're back on
hefty.
When we're back on the 7th at this stream, I'll give you all the deets.
Sounds great.
I have Peppermint Shore UK. That's probably someone that's been happy with the Cold War UK line. Will we ever get True Vision in World War II as an event? Well, you had it once, and we got resounding don't do that. But I can tell you that is on the task list to add to custom games. So people can play with World War II tanks with True Vision off in custom games, and play Cold War tanks. Play with World War II tanks with True Vision on, and play Cold War tanks with True Vision off as their choice in custom games. Got another one there?
Yeah, we have Lone Wolf 750s asking, do we have any updates or news for artillery?
Nothing specific I can tell you at the moment, other than we have in the 2022 planning schedule, where we try to plan out almost the whole year, in some high level detail, and then the first stay about 16 weeks out and like really detail. an RD 2.0, for a lack of a better word, is on there as a target. I think it will, now that we're getting past, the end of the year crunch and everything. Once we get back from the break, that'll be one of the top topics of discussion of what to do and exactly when. So
Sounds good.
Zero Flex, do you guys plan to continue on the reforging campaign for 2022? Yep, and the heavy baguettes are the next ones in January. I think I said 18th, but I don't remember now.
We have a question here from, go ahead.
Oh, I got two people answering. The gap in the Cold War Brit tech tree is because we introduced that line before the lights and the TDs, and that's where the light and the TDs go. And it's not like add shift down, so that's why there's a big empty ugly space there. Sorry.
Okay. I have a question here from Alpha Gru 22. He's asking if any chance to see the Nameless come back soon.
I don't see why not. I think that's an awesome tank. We'll get that request in with Lady O. Goliath Games TVs, please buff the Cold War Conqueror armor, please. Your request is generated a ticket by Lady O to go to me, and then for me to tell design that players are asking for it. Oh, the MBT. Here the answer came. The MBT 70 will be added to the premium tech tree for purchase in February.
There you have it. Callan is asking if there's any ETA on the Spectator HUD fixes.
Well, some are coming out Tuesday. I already talked about the colors, the different problems with the colors in the HUD and Spectator, and then post-battle result screens. That's coming out on Tuesday, and we're continuing working on it.
Sounds good.
Max Minor Tanker. Buff the RDF LT. We always wait for 30 days of data until enough people played it and there's been enough battles. So we're keeping our eye on it. Stay tuned. The 30 days of battles will be short, a week after we get back from the break, and should have an answer for you then.
Let's see what else we got here. We have Thundering Dragon asking, in World War II HUD 1, option to turn off the map filter soon?
World War II HUD, I have no date for you. Because it's still in the queue for concept. Option to turn off the color filters. I'm planning on doing a color filter review shortly after the first of the year, and decide a course of action on that. It's in my very lengthy to-do list over here, but it's in there. Plum 73, can I ask when support for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 support will be cut off on what? I don't think, I couldn't even, begin to predict a date because, Xbox One X, and Xbox S and Series X are all forward backwards compatible for us. So I wouldn't see any reason to shut them off. I mean, man, we kept 360 alive for
a very long time,
over 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no plans to cut them off.
I have a question here from Kellen again. He's asking if we have any chance in seeing the 3D skins from PC make their way over maybe next year onto console.
I know we've talked about it. I don't know if that made it in the schedule or not. I'll ask someone to note that for me to look into and give you an answer when we get back on the 7th.
Sounds good. Let's see, more HUD update questions that I see here. Loaded Cycle's asking if will Cold War ever have a PvP mode with True Division off? And I think you were just mentioning about that.
Yeah, turning on and off is going to become an option in custom games, but not in random battles.
Just to go on. Go ahead.
Xpitfire 6X, are we still working on commander customization? Absolutely. I just this week had the kickoff meeting for it. We reviewed the mock-up, the design, and how it was going to work, and there was some changes asked for, so that's being done really quickly, and then it'll go right into production as soon as we get back from the break. I should have just taken screenshots. I could have showed it today. A reminder, please, to show screenshots of commander customization on the 7th.
Next year. We'll get it.
Yeah.
Justin Cohen's asking, with mercenary contracts now in the game, can we expect some Cold War mercenary contracts?
Sounds like a fantastic idea. I have no answer for you at the moment. It's something I'll have to look into.
Sounds good. I think
we should have the first dual barrel tank. We should make a contract only. What do you think about that? You guys, let us know what you think about that.
Be interesting.
Someone reminded me, and again, over 900 tanks. I get them confused sometimes. Honestly, I forgot the Nameless is the Valkyrie Chronicles tank,
right.
which is a licensed tank, and we do not have the license for that anymore. I know we have a biz dev person looking at Girdle Panzer, and I think looked at Valkyrie Chronicles, seeing what options we have to bring them back. But right now, there's no plans in the future because we don't have the license. But never saying never.
Sounds good. And I think with that, we should probably take a look at our stream winner here.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll that. Let's see who our lucky winner is, and we have our winner. Our winner is Ketchup Doc. Congratulations, Ketchup Doc. Yeah, that's amazing. It's like the Ketchup Doctor. So you will get a brand new tank in your garage. You don't have to do anything. It'll just magically appear on hopefully next week when it releases. And then for those of you that would still like a chance to win, make sure to visit our Twitter page for another chance there. I think that about wraps it up on my end. Any more questions on your side?
Yeah, I just got a couple more.
All right.
Drush Zagan? I have no idea how to say it. Any chance for a new type of game? For example, team destruction at the beginning, and after 7 minutes of game, secret base appears. That certainly sounds possible. I think that's even within our tool set. Maybe we'll get that suggestion written to a ticket over to design.
Sounds interesting.
And then so people understand, on the PC 3D skins, we can look at them and then recreate them ourselves, but the games have diverged so much we can't just import them in over anymore. If we could, I'd love to, and just be like, hey, bunch of content, no work. But we can't do that anymore these days. So we'll have to see which ones did well, that are the most popular, and then use that basically as our template to concept and build the tank. And I think I am finally out of questions.
Alrighty.
Oh, and we're also finally out of time.
Yep. But yeah, with that, I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday and a happy new year, and we'll definitely see you on the battlefield during our break. So, thank God.
Yeah, a whole bunch of seeing on the battlefield during the break, especially if it's cold, because then I don't go outside and go anywhere. Just remember to check the website, check the notes from the stream, just for all the opportunities of free stuff to get the free Christmas tank. I can't even keep track of it, so make sure you look that up and mark your calendars so you don't miss out on any of the free stuff. Have a great holiday, however you celebrate it, with your friends or your families, or just all by yourself in the middle of the woods, if that's your thing. Thanks for playing. Appreciate the 8th Christmas together. You guys rock, and have a great holiday.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much.